Hello guys, this is Harika. Welcome back to my channel. So before heading into the details, I wanted to thank everyone who have subscribed my channel because within 2 days it has crossed half a century subscribers. So I'm so happy about it. Thank you so much. And if this is the first time you're visiting my channel, then do subscribe if you like the content. And so if we come to today's topic, it's about 7 tips for RPA beginners. So, guys, there's very strong reason for me to pick up this topic because since a while I've been involved in the discussions with people who wanted to make their journey towards RPA, especially from non-IT background and people who are undergraduates. During this process, I have encountered multiple questions from them, and most of them are kind of similar. So I have come up with this idea of putting it in a video. As a part of this, I'm going to give some tips for RPA beginners and how you can overcome those challenges and how to stay strong during those challenging times. So the first and the foremost tip, research. It's very important to do some research from your side because that's where you'll not just know about the technology but you will gain some confidence. So if you ask me what are the points you have to focus while doing the research, here we go. So you have to understand what is this technology is all about and where this technology people are applying it in real time. You have to do some investigation about the demand of this technology in the IT market as you going to work on this technology. So you have to address what is the future and the scope of this technology in market. I have given some links in the description. You can check it out to the official website of UiPath where you can get details about UiPath and you can do some research on your own. And as a part of research, you can get some advice and guidance from experienced people. But before doing that, it's very important to do some research on your own. If you ask me why, let's get into the tip 2 and I will detail more about it. So yeah, self-assessment is very important. Let me give you more clarity by taking an example. Let's assume I'm a person from the IT background and if you are from the non-IT background and if you just approach me and ask how difficult it is to learn Java, I will answer from my perspective and I will say it's so easy and you can learn it in 1 or 2 months. But if you don't have any knowledge on coding and if you don't know anything about coding and if you just directly jump into the learning process without analyzing the facts, then you will not get the fruitful results. At this point you will try to analyze what are your weakness and what are your strengths, and you have to try to assess and how long it will take for you to get grip on that particular technology. So by this time you're good with research and you have done some self assessment where you have realized what are your strengths and weakness. So by the time you reach this point, you would be getting a clear idea about what needs to be covered. Now you have to come up with a schedule and plan your process. This is equally important because one should never go with the flow. You must plan things and work on one at a time. So this helps you to be organized and not to get distracted throughout your process. Trust me guys, it's very easy to make a schedule. The most challenging task is to adhere to that schedule. And during this process, you'll get so many hurdles. You have to tune your mindset and tell yourself that yes, you can do. And for every small achievement, you just acknowledge and appreciate yourself. That's where you can keep up the motivation. Tip number 4, it's also important to get engaged with people who are also with the same interest. So by doing this way, you can share the knowledge with other people and you can also apply your thoughts in a broader way. So everyone thinks in different perspective, everyone gets different ideas. So doing this way you can help others and you can in turn learn new things. Stay updated with latest topics that are introduced in UiPath. We have a few official community pages where we will get to know about the events that are going to happen, and you can check out for the link in the description for the community page. We've been talking about the do's, but let's talk and focus a bit about the don'ts. There are few don'ts which I feel they are necessarily to be addressed. So first and the foremost, never ever compare yourself with anyone. So it's a very big no. You should never compare. Everyone has their own situations in life and everyone does their own battle. So you are the hero of your life. you should compare with yourself. If you are better than yesterday, you have won the battle. So that's how you should build up the spirit. One more thing is, you should have your learning path motivation towards applying the concept and learning the concept, but not towards the certification. Certification is important, but that should not be the end criteria of your learning. So this is the summarization I'm trying to give you. So first, research, do some self assessment, schedule the things, apply your thoughts, share your knowledge with others, stay updated all the time with what's happening around and what you wanted to learn, what is upcoming and how you can learn it. We have good community pages for UiPath, so stay updated all the time and get to know new things. Never ever compare with others. So these are the few tips which I followed and believed, and they worked for me. So that's why I thought of sharing with all of you. Let me know if they are useful for you. I wanted to close with my thank you note. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And please do subscribe to my channel. I will shortly come up with all the videos related to UiPath. And do let me know if you want any specific topic related to UiPath. I will definitely add to my list and work on them. See you all. Bye.